All right, guys. Welcome to episode 8 of Talk Before You Run podcast. What's up, guys? It's been another week. Uh, just a disclaimer: I'm extremely exhausted, so these guys are going to carry me a little bit. Today, we're going to talk about somebody that some people may know, but a lot of people may not know, and it's going to kind of tie into in some
Last
part
week.
of what we talked about last week. But the gentleman that we're going to be talking about today is seen by the U.S. government as a terrorist and by some U.S. citizens as a terrorist, but by other citizens as kind of like a untold hero. Um, there's been a movie made about him. There's books. There's all kinds of stuff, and that's Edward Snowden. Like I said, some of y'all may have heard his name before. Others may not have. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Switch and let Switch give y'all a little bit of background as far as who this is. Switch.
All right, so Edward Joseph Snowden was born June 21st, 1983, so he's only like 7 years older than I am. He was just granted Russian citizenship not too long ago. He's a former American computer intelligence consultant who leaked highly classified information from the National Security Agency, the NSA. I like to call them the No Such Agency because they're not supposed to exist anyway.
Yeah,
This
supposedly.
Right, exactly. But that and the other alphabet agencies that don't actually exist, except for on paper.
hmm
That was back in 2013. He leaked those classified documents for ethical reasons when he was employed as a subcontractor. His disclosures revealed numerous global surveillance programs, not just in the USA, many run by the NSA and Five Eyes intelligence agency. Like, see, they don't exist either. I've never heard of
I was fixing to say when I was looking into it, this is the first time I actually ever heard of him as well.
There was a European thing that they were spying on New Zealand citizens. So uh, he first fled to Hong Kong, and that's when he contacted a couple of journalists. Uh, didn't actually say here where the journalists were from, but most of this stuff appeared on The Guardian and Washington Post, as well as other smaller journalists, uh, not podcasts.
Blogs.
Yeah, blogs, newspapers, whatever you want to call them.
Those thingies with the words and the letters on
Yeah, those. Yeah.
it.
So he's been in and out of the public eye since 2013 with that, and his most recent uh, thing that I know of is he was saying that the Chinese spy balloons that we were talking about last week, which apparently may have only been one actual Chinese spy balloon, the others may have been ours. It's just a distraction to distract the public from uh, bigger news things like the disruption of Nord Stream. Uh, there's hardly any coverage on that. I haven't found much about that other than it blew up in 2000 no September of last year. Sorry, and everybody's saying, "Oh, America did it." That's of course not Americans are saying that.
Okay.
All the evidence is pointing to that we did it. Go ahead.
Do we know what Nord Stream is?
It's a pipeline, oil pipeline.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm glad I asked that because I would have never known.
yeah, it's not the express, or it's not the VPN.
I was gonna say when you said North on a VPN.
Yeah, Norton VPN, guys. Norton, not sponsored, not sponsored.
Right,
Yeah, not sponsored yet.
Yet. It might happen one day.
right.
So we're suspected of blowing up the Norton pipeline, and what he's saying is basically this is a distraction from news like that as well as other things, right?
Right, like the all of the chemical spills. So there's one in Ohio. I think there's one in Ohio with the recent train derailment.
It's in
Mm-hmm.
Ohio. That's the one I covered.
Yeah, and then there's a
East
truck that was
Palestine, Ohio is where the train
yeah,
had derailed, and that
yeah,
one was one of the bigger ones they cover. Or now they're covering because it's being as exposed. You
right,
know, but that one's definitely one of the bigger ones that people think are being covered.
right. Well, there's a whole theory on that as well. So you got the Ohio, you got Texas, uh, there's Oklahoma, there's Arizona, uh, somewhere in Canada, and then there's one in the east somewhere. I'm not exactly sure.
So wait, so there's been and all these places that you just mentioned has been recent chemical spills.
Exactly, yeah.
So I think uh, I think you
Chemical,
sent me something on that, right? Like where all the chemical spills you had
yeah.
sent me. Yeah, I saw. Just like I said, I was just going through the stuff you had sent me on that TT app. Uh,
So some of this, I just watched one TikTok saying that we're at war, and it's with our
yeah,
own
that's what I'm
government.
saying. Where I think that's kind of what it comes down to is I think there's an internal war going on here.
Right, because Ohio has water, it like rivers that come and support a lot of the U.S. right now, like Midwest or Mideast rather, and the east
Yeah,
parts of America. A lot of the water is going to be contaminated by now because we decided as I say we, the CDC decided to do the two things that you're not supposed to do, which is
yeah.
mix it with water and then light it on fire.
Actually, I don't even think it was the CDC that did that. If I'm not mistaken, it's actually a third-party contractor.
Well, the third party contractor that I know of are responsible for actually doing all the tests for air uh, quality and
The
stuff
air
like that.
quality, yeah. They're
And
all
they,
the water that's being tested, the air being tested.
right. And they're the same company who was used to do after like Haiti or Katrina or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody came home and was getting sick because of bad air quality and everything like that.
No, it sounds to me like they need to stop hiring these people to go do air quality tests because apparently they ain't very good at it.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it's because they're cheaper.
Yeah.
Because
That's
all
not
they
something
get
you can be cheap on.
exactly.
Well, I mean, you can't say
They're
that
cutting
either because I
corners.
mean, expensive's not always good either when it comes to some things. I
Yeah,
mean,
Right.
there
but I
are
mean,
some
do your
things that
research.
you pay more money for, and it's not nearly as the quality that you can get from somebody who is cheaper. But in this situation, the fact that if this is the same third party contractor from before that has already had issues in the past that their quality tests were not up to par, why would you hire them to do something, especially something this serious? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's insanity.
I think what it really comes down to is whoever they can get to sign off on the paper saying it was good, so they're not held liable for it anymore.
Yeah.
Which, to be
Yeah.
honest with you, when it comes to the government, it doesn't surprise me.
Right? There's been lots of talk about uh, recent chicken farms and other food farms being destroyed with fire or whatever. And that's you control the food and the water, and you control the people.
It'd be something if that was true. I mean, I know it's all conspiracy here and there,
Right.
um, as of right now, because I mean, there's no solid evident proof. I mean, anybody can throw out any kind of conspiracy that they want. But I mean, it'd be pretty crazy if that actually turned out to be true.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not less likely that we're at war within ourselves.
No, it's
There's
really
a
not.
war. there's a war going on within the. You know, I mean, if you think about it, we may have already been invaded, and we just don't even know.
Well, not only
Hmm?
that, I mean, I don't know if y'all seen, but I mean, I read something, was it yesterday, I believe it was, that Putin's threatening to start nuclear testing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember you telling us about that.
Yeah.
Bro, did you all see that Biden went over to
yeah, Ukraine.
Ukraine and it was the first time a president's gone somewhere without military being there?
Yep. Oh no, it's during an active military bit, like an active war.
Active war without their own military being there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's alright. God protects the dumb.
No, ain't that the truth? But hey, look, he's protected me more times than I can count. Um, yes, that was a shot at me being dumb, guys. The only problem that I have with that is, I mean, I don't know if y'all seen how much money that the U.S. is sending over to Ukraine, but
Just
in this
investment.
this Ohio town where all these people are now either having to go back because they have nowheres to go, or can't go back to their homes because it's not safe to go back there. They're not receiving any help whatsoever, but we're sending all this money overseas to
Yeah.
help this
I,
country that's in a war that really has very little to do with us as far as
Mm-hmm.
immediate impact, should I say.
right. I did see a
Well,
meme that Ohio is claiming to be a new part of Ukraine to get some of that money.
Maybe that's what they need to do, because I mean it's
But
it's absolutely ridiculous, and I never did understand how the U.S. can go out and help, all these
Other
foreign
countries.
countries and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but when it comes to domestic issues, they just, it's like they turn a blind eye to it.
right. I
well,
mean, it would be. Oh, go ahead, Brad.
I read somewhere that if Russia does successfully acquire Ukraine, that they could rebuild the communist USSR successfully.
Uh,
I
He
mean,
learned that on his new game.
Atomic Heart.
Oh, I was gonna plug my stuff.
Yeah. Well, you see, I actually played a little bit of that game. I hate it.
Oh, so you're already dissing me.
yeah, well,
Ain't even watched.
it's normal.
We
That's
just
normal.
started. You already dissing me,
You
I
ain't
just say
used
at
to that
least,
yet.
bro. Isn't
le-
it always that switches on the opposite end of everything I say?
Oh yeah, definitely. No. I enjoy watching you play it. I don't enjoy playing it myself.
I can see
yeah.
the same thing
Honestly,
with Hogwarts Legacy.
what?
Yeah, I don't have the time, but I like watching Switch play.
I like helping
I,
Switch whenever he gets stuck.
yeah, yeah. Freaking! Oh my gosh, that took me an hour, and then he comes in and says, "Well, you got basic magic, right?" I was like, "Yeah." Well, and that was the answer.
Hey,
And I
I
spent an
mean,
hour on there using everything except for the basic magic.
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's always the simplest things that get you.
Yeah. Sometimes a fresh set of eyes helps.
Oh yeah. But I mean, even then, it still took me. It's not like I just popped in there right then and said it. I mean, it still took
True.
probably got a 10, 15 minutes for me to figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
you've
I
done
mean,
everything else with the one thing that's left.
yeah, basic magic. That's the only thing that was left to do, and that's what worked
Yep. And I wouldn't even think about it because,
because it's basic.
Overthinking. You're overcomplicating things.
yeah, my brain was already starting to hurt.
Don't worry, that's how I feel the second I get up in the morning. No, I haven't got the chance to watch anybody play Atomic Heart yet, whether Inferno or anybody else. But I have watched you play Hogwarts Legacies a little bit, and you
It's a
know,
fun game.
Inferno said he was going to stream Atomic Hearts the other day, or at least asked in the Discord if he should,
Well, he
and
did.
we all answered.
He
So
did
with
the very
that,
next day.
with that is my it wouldn't install. My internet went out, and so I couldn't text y'all. I was gonna stream it
Uh,
tomorrow.
you couldn't
So,
text us, so what? You rely
like
off the internet.
couldn't I couldn't put it on Discord because like my phone wasn't like
You have us
wasn't
all
using the
on
hotspot.
Snapchat.
Well, that's on the phone too.
Travis, does
So
Travis,
so you only have Wi-Fi? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't have Wi-Fi.
But
My
that's what I'm
phone wasn't
saying. But
working.
that's what I'm saying. You didn't have
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, so you don't have internet on your phone, like
My
regular
phone,
cellular internet.
it wasn't working. If I
But
had your phone number, I probably could have told you. But I only have you on Discord and Snapchat.
that's what I'm not understanding. How does your cellular network and your
Uh,
Wi-Fi go out at the same time?
And how does
Well,
your
Travis, first you gotta become me and just have this unlucky stuff. When you plan something, it doesn't work out.
You know, something sounds a
also,
little sus here.
if you were able to text us and you have Snapchat on your phone,
Why couldn't you send us a snap?
yeah.
I did it. My phone wasn't working.
What do you? So how
But
could
you
you have
said you
texted
could
us?
have texted us.
I couldn't.
You said you
But
could
you
have.
said
You said if you had our numbers.
Yeah. Well, that's because my internet on my phone wasn't working. I could message people like SSM,
Uh huh.
but like not on Snapchat.
Okay. I'll buy
I
that for $1.
guess. Yeah.
$1? You're giving it more than what I
Stream to
would.
Wednesday. Okay, I stream to Wednesday. Yeah.
Lord.
That's all we.
All
That's
right. Well,
all
Other
I
things
can
unfortunately,
do.
I
on
didn't get the
Wednesday,
chance to
Do
watch
it.
it because I had to be in
I-
bed super early yesterday. So,
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna do
This
it
man's
tomorrow.
sticking his tentacles places they shouldn't be.
well.
Damn, those twins can stick anything in me.
Oh, hey, yo.
Anyway.
Hold up.
He's still on the
Man,
twins.
I went to the gas station today. All the weird stuff happens at the gas. Well, I just say weird. All the stuff happens at the gas
Everything
station.
weird happens at my gas station.
So I went to the gas station
Happy.
and I was going to put gas in my car. So I walk in the gas station. I usually tell them how much I want, and I'll pick up something to drink while I'm in there. So I'm standing at the counter, and I'm waiting for the lady to actually open her register because the other lady was helping somebody else. And this chick walks in, and she's like, she was messing with the lady behind the counter. She was like, "Yeah, you better open that register before I spank you." And she was like, "You'd probably like that." And then the lady behind the register was like, "Yeah, coming from you." Now this is the kind of joking that I'm used to. But I'm just standing at the counter. See, I'm not even saying anything. Never even turned around to look at this lady or nothing like that. And she goes, that goes, how'd she say it? You too, sir. You might like it too. And I mean, at a first instinct, I turned around and I was like, damn right. Okay? Because I like to joke around too. And I turned back around. She was like, "Yeah, but you might like it. Turn around." And then I turned around, and she's just sitting there throwing it back in the middle of the gas station, like.
What?
Yeah.
Just throwing it back in the middle of the gas station.
Just throwing it back in the middle of the gas station. Just throwing
As
it back on
someone
me.
who has worked at a gas station at night, it gets pretty wild. People
Okay,
are
well this
weird.
wasn't even at night. This was at 5
No, but,
o'clock.
I'm saying like that's normal on a daily basis. At night is when it really gets fucking weird. They be having like the neighborhood homeless, or I guess not even the local homeless couple. One would come
You
in
have
and
a
like
local homeless couple.
If
yeah,
they walk
yeah.
into the bathroom at the same time, tell them no. This is all you need to know. If they walk into the bathroom at the same time, tell them no.
No, they were rich. They had a 10-person size tent.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. No,
They
they
was
were rich homeless.
the high roller.
Well, over here you got rich homeless people. That's why they try to migrate over here. But the sheriffs are dicks out here with it.
Rich
But-
homeless people.
Yeah.
You got the homeless people that sleep in boxes, which are homeless people, and then you got the homeless people that sleep in tents, which are the rich homeless people.
No, actually,
Well, does
boxes
that
are
mean they
middle
have a
class.
home?
Oh well, boxes are middle class. Okay, well,
Yeah. Under bridges and like just on a tarp or a blanket really is where most homeless people sleep until they can build a fort. Most of it out of tarp, and even
They
tarp.
craft it like it's Minecraft.
oh yeah, they got to
Yeah,
collect the
some
materials
shit.
first.
They got to collect materials.
It's
a survival game.
more like Ark than it is Minecraft, because you got to actually go out and collect the materials, not
And-
just punch a block that's at your foot.
And with them on drugs, we're like dinosaurs to them.
Yeah. Oh, look, my mama used to work at a gas station, Right there. And now everybody in town calls this one little area. It's called Drug Alley. So my mama works at the gas station over there, and boy, the people that used to come in there. Oh Lord. I
You
went.
always gotta check the toilet paper once they leave.
We have a whole town like that here.
Well, I mean, we got a lot of places down here, but for whatever reason, that's nicknamed Drug Alley. Um, I remember one time I was going in there to go get because my mama worked in the deli part, so she cooked. So I was going in there to get some food, and um, some lady walked up to me and she was like, you got a couple dollars, I could walk in there and get me something to drink. I was like, I don't have a couple dollars, but I'm fixing to go in there. I can buy you something to drink. Because I don't mind helping people out or whatever.
I don't like that.
And she's like, she looked at me all side eye. She was like, I make it where you wild. I'm like, I'm just buying you a drink. It's like $1.50. You get it out the fountain. Calm down. But it's funny because then we walked in to where my mama was working at, and I kind of gave my mama this look like, get this lady away from me. She's a crackhead. I mean, it's obvious. And I was like, I'm telling my mama like, now without actually saying it, I'm just giving her this look like, get her away from me. And my mama looks at her. She goes, you trying to flirt with my son? And she goes, oh, no, Miss Teresa, no, Miss Teresa. And she's gone out the other way. Oh, the people over there, they respected my mama. They were scared of her.
I thought she wanted a drink.
Yeah, she came. And I told my mom, I was like, she came up to me. She asked some money, something to drink. I said, I'm going in there. I'll buy you something. Not that big of a deal. I ain't trying to get nothing extra.
She was
take your drink and go.
Wild regardless of what it was.
I kind of could have told her no. She'd have been like, I still make it where you wild. I'm just like, nah, I'll pass. You could, back up a little bit.
No, you do have to check. Like if they go with one, like anytime I worked, I would check the restrooms, and it got to the point where like we just lock the restrooms now. Like nobody can use. Well, not we because I don't work there no more. But like it's locked now. Nobody can use the restroom.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of gas stations down here that you have to either ask for a key or it's just they say no public restrooms now.
Yeah. No. Well, we didn't used to have this problem, but like I said, they realize that money is out here, and people for whatever reason that have money don't care for it. So like, they just kind of like, here, you know.
Yeah, they probably came from Louisiana if that's where the issue started coming in.
Do they say change?
No, they'll just be standing there with they'll just be standing there with like a sign that says like "Have a blessed day" or something. You know.
That was a South Park reference. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't even like South Park.
I didn't know anybody even watched that show.
I love it.
I watch it.
I love it.
Of course you watch it.
Doing this.
I've been forced to watch it.
What does that mean, Travis? Of course I watch this, huh?
The big thing right now with it is what's their name, Timmy and Jimmy or whatever. They joined the Crips. That's been all over TikTok.
I've seen it.
I don't know anything about South Park.
That's what I'm saying. They're so late, man. I hate that. Like people just bring shit back and it's a trend instantly, and it's like,
bro, do y'all remember whenever it was like nothing but Family Guy on TikTok?
Yes, with those mobile games.
Now I'm getting nothing but that '70s show.
I'm getting the '90s show.
That '90s show.
So I'm getting that '70s show. Every other video is a clip from that '70s show. So I've been watching every one of them, and I'm like, man, maybe I should start watching that '70s show again.
Right?
Yeah, no. When I saw the '90s show, I was like, I'm gonna watch the '70s show. I was like, bro, what the hell?
I seen like the commercials for like that '90s show. It looks like it could be all right, but it'll never be that '70s show.
I just think they wanted to run it off the name, honestly.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
If you ain't noticed, when it comes to movies and TV shows, they're kind of running out of ideas.
Well,
how many times have they redone a lot of these movies now?
Yeah,
like
a lot.
They've got so many different Spider-Mans. I mean, I can understand they've got different multiverses of Spider-Mans, but they've actually got like remakes of Spider-Man.
Look, I'm gonna tell you the one thing that always threw me off when it came to Spider-Man. That you had Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, the original trilogy with Tobey Maguire. And his webs was made naturally.
Yeah.
And then you go to the Amazing Spider-Mans, and then all the Spider-Mans with Tom
Tom
Holland,
Holland.
and they have to chemically make their webs, and that's just one
Those
thing that
are
always did throw me off.
All right,
those
so
are different Spider-Mans.
little comic book geek here.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say.
it's with this Spider Gwen. She can do hers with her body.
Yeah.
If y'all know who Silk is, she can do it
So,
with her body.
Yeah, but
Different
the
Spider
thing
Mans
is,
can use their body to make
Miles
the web
Morales.
fluid, but others can't. So they have to like make it,
but
and
that's the
they
thing though.
don't know that they're copying people. It's
When the
just they all
Amazing
have the same
Spider-Man,
mindset.
when the Amazing Spider-Man came out, it wasn't supposed to be a different multiverse version of Spider-Man. It was
There
supposed to be
was.
a continuation of the original Spider-Man, just without Tobey Maguire.
No. Because the Amazing Spider-Man title itself is a different Spider-Man
Yeah.
in general. So it was the title itself already told you that that was a completely different Spider-Man. The Amazing
So
Spider-Man series is like, and same thing with like the Miles Morales, all those Into the Spider-Verse kind of explains it.
yeah,
There's just so many different Spider-Mans that, and I mean, there's one where Venom's attached completely. So it's like I
there's
don't know.
one where Venom took over the world. There's
Yeah,
where Carnage took over the world.
I never
Uh,
did watch any of the Tom Holland Spider-Mans.
so
They're not
look,
bad.
if you are like
they're
a
pretty
bit
good.
confused
I
on
like them over Andrew.
like on the multiverse, kind of just like watch the Spider-Man Miles Morales ones.
I like them. That's my
There's
favorite.
there's
Okay,
one new
well,
one.
I was
There's a new
never
one coming out
confused
this
by
year.
the multiverse part. It's just whenever I originally watched the Amazing Spider-Man, it wasn't to me. It wasn't a different multiverse version of it. I think that should have been explained. I mean,
It is in the
I
title.
guess it was explained in what was the
No
one
Way
that had
Home.
all three of them? Was that it?
No Way Home.
I guess it
Yeah,
was, but
yeah.
I never did watch that one. I mean, after the Amazing Spider-Man 2, I haven't watched any more of. Actually, I don't even know if I watched the Amazing Spider-Man 2 now that I think of it.
That's the one with uh Electro or whatever. Or,
Yeah, so I never did watch that one then.
Electro was the second one.
yeah,
The
and the
Lizard
Lizard
was the
was
first one.
yeah
Yeah, so I watched the first one. I didn't even watch the second one.
yeah
So,
no
Tobey Maguire's was Sandman. Then it
Venom,
was
It was Doc
the
Ock,
Sandman and
the
Venom,
Green
it
Goblin,
was it
Sandman,
was,
Venom.
and Venom,
and
and
then it was just
Goblin Junior, or whatever the hell his name was.
Hobgoblin.
Technically,
and then it
Hobgoblin.
was
Yeah,
Electro and the Lizard and the Tom Holland Spider-Man was the
Destro.
Vulture.
was too many of them. There's too many of them now.
He has all of them, but his main were the Vulture. Um,
Destroyer or Destro,
no,
whatever.
a Mysterio.
Mysterio, whatever his
Yeah,
fucking
he
name
had
was.
Voltron and Mysterio.
That
There was
was
a thing.
Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
Yeah, that was the one with Jake. But it's crazy because does that mean they could have pulled those other Spider-Man so they could have used Doctor Strange in the war with Thanos?
They
So
could have. Well,
bring back
technically, no, because Doctor Strange only bought things from
that universe,
that
right?
timeline. That universe, that timeline. Doesn't matter
Uh,
where they're at. In that
but
timeline, he could bring them to it. But Spider-Man did something and brought other Spider-Mans too.
Well, I thought it was Spider-Man's friend who did it.
no,
What
it
are
was
you talking about? Ned? Ned did that because he brought the Spider-Mans. Spider-Man, like Tom Holland, brought the enemies, like the main villains, and then
Right?
Ned, Tom Holland's Spider-Man's like
he
best friend, sidekick kind of thing,
Yeah.
he learned he's a
brought
wizard.
Spider-Man. Yeah, they wanted to add more character back to him.
Yeah, no, he's a sorcerer. Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
You know, I find it straight funny because Doctor Strange could have ended that fight real quick. All he had to do is like open up a portal right there in the forearm of Thanos, and boom, he can't snap no more.
He could have just threw him in a portal to literally anywhere to begin with.
Yeah, that
No,
too.
because if he snapped, it would still
Yeah, it
like
would have
in the
still
universe.
Not if he leaves
yeah.
his arm behind.
Right?
Can't snap something you ain't got.
You think
Exactly.
Thanos was just gonna let something like that happen to him?
I mean, it's Doctor Strange. I mean,
But that's just it. Is
He's
even
not
with
that powerful though.
yeah, Doctor Strange only has the time stone. Like,
Mhm.
so like he
And
even
basic
sat down.
magic.
He even sat down and said, yeah, he's still a novice fucking sorcerer.
He's
Very
a cool
beginning in his
guy. He's a cool
yeah.
character. He's just not him.
And,
You know,
and
he's
so
not.
no, he is in a sense because he was trusted with the time stone, a mere human that when looking for fixing his hands was trusted with the time stone.
Yeah,
And
but
man
he can
sat
still get
there.
defeated by Spider-Man. So
And at this point, anybody can get defeated by anybody.
yeah, I was
There's
fixing to
the
say when it.
lore of Marvel has been thrown
yeah,
out the
yeah,
window. So
yeah,
with DC, did you see that they were bringing back
yes,
Red Death, the Batman X
yes.
Flash, and it's that one. What was her name? I don't even want to talk about it.
But
They ruined the character.
but yeah, no, like that's what I'm saying. Like Doctor Strange, I think later on when he becomes more powerful, he kind of gives it up to what's his name to take over. He's just chilling,
Yeah.
but
Asian dude?
yeah, what's his name?
Wong
Mr.
Yeah,
Wong.
Wong.
or Wang or something. I don't
Or
remember.
Mr. It's Wong.
His
No, just
sidekick.
push my Wong.
So,
Don't touch my wang.
but I think he's a good I think he's a powerful ally for for like Avengers and shit like that because
Yeah.
uh he sat down and tested every theory for them to win the war with Thanos. I mean, he sat there going through every possibility.
Yeah,
And
the only
so,
problem is he couldn't reveal it.
Yeah. I still think he missed one possibility, which was creating the portal to cut off his hand, and then portaling Thanos away from the hand.
he's not going to
Well,
miss a simple
actually,
possibility like that.
if
Sorry.
you run it back, he actually did tell Iron Man. So when they're fighting Thanos in Endgame,
Yeah, he had
he
asked, "Is this
points
the
at him.
situation that?" Yeah.
Yeah, he asked, "Is this the one?" And Doctor Strange holds up a one, and then Iron Man flies to Thanos. So people were speculating that he was telling him this was the one.
Yeah, but by that point in time, this whole situation has been so set into stone. Now, if he would have told him the day before, and then everybody had been like, "Well, I need to know, I got to do this, 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 and this," then it would have threw everything off. But the
You
fact
couldn't
that,
tell him before.
yeah, so the fact that it was, right in that moment. I mean, once that moment's there, the moment can change.
Well,
Yeah.
it was in that one that no one died. So when he pointed out the one Iron spoilers, Iron Man dies in Endgame.
Everybody
Like the
knows that. That's
reason.
not a spoiler.
Well, I've like I went on a comment section on TikTok and said this is why Iron Man died, and I had like 40 people saying you didn't. Why is that? That's a spoiler.
Well, they're
It's
all
publicly.
stupid. You know how many times I've seen that
You're
one
that
scene
invested.
on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, You know how many times I've seen that once? There was no way in this that nobody shouldn't have seen that.
Right?
Yeah, if you're that invested, you should have seen it. So Iron Man dies, and people are speculating that the reason why he died is because Doctor Strange told him this was the universe that they defeat Thanos.
Yeah.
But you know,
Well, Cap's gone
Disney
too.
Well, I
kind
mean,
of
if you
throws it
really
as
think
well.
about it, I mean, it's not anybody just didn't die. They may not have died right there, but I mean, Vision's dead. Can't bring him back because
Well, he had a stone that
Thanos.
was
Yeah, I was going to say Thanos didn't snap his fingers to kill Vision. He ripped the stone out of his head, which killed him.
yeah.
Jeez.
So, I mean, one way or the other, no matter how you look at it, there was no scenario that nobody in the whole thing died. Now, the people that he snapped his finger and they all died came back.
No, that's what they were talking about. Them fighting Thanos.
Well,
Like at the end game, what you're talking about was like way before Endgame.
see, really, if you think
He
about it,
died in what's it called?
I
Infinity
look,
War?
I don't know. I
Infinity
haven't
War is
watched
the
any
one
of them.
before Endgame, and
Yeah,
then
Infinity War.
Age
Thanos,
of
not
Ultron.
Thanos.
To be honest with you, I haven't watched any of them, so I couldn't tell you which one's it's in. I just know what happened because
Well,
TikTok videos.
Get Disney
Right?
Plus.
Vision died in Infinity War.
I have Disney Plus. I just have never
It's-
watched them.
Go watch them. What
I
are you
will.
doing?
I got
Wait,
other.
watch
I
it-
got
watch
other.
another
I'm
thing.
watching anime, bro. Leave me alone.
They literally have it in order for you to watch.
Yes, I know.
So then sit down and watch. You spend maybe 2 days?
I remember when the first Avengers came out. I was still sucking on a noonie. Seems like it was forever ago. No, Beaker, I'm not being for real. It's get that
I
look
was
off
like,
your face.
I'm trying. I'm like, look, me and Switch are old, okay? So every time somebody says some shit like that, we gotta question it. This shit really like,
I
what the
was
fuck?
like,
There's no way. I was like, I
I
don't
don't
think
even know how
Ferno. I
long
think
ago that was.
Ferno was
Ferno
in,
wouldn't
like,
have even
fourth
been
grade.
born if that was the case.
Nah, like what was?
When
He
did the
was in, like,
first one
sixth
come
grade.
out?
Hold on.
Like 2007.
Yeah, they put out a lot of movies for coming out in 2007.
Right?
I know Ferno's over there looking it up.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Oh, somebody's gonna get who's faster, Ferno or Switch. We shall see.
I don't know. Debating off of Ferno's internet.
2011.
2011?
Yeah.
How many
June
Avengers movies
19th,
is there?
2011.
Okay, so when did Iron Man? The first Iron Man came out in what? 2004.
I think so. Yeah.
Hold on.
No. I think it was a little bit later than that. Maybe
2000,
like
I think
6 or 7. Maybe like 6 or 7.
that might be the one I'm thinking. That's 7.
I know Fantastic Four came out in like 2003 or 2004.
I'm gonna say. I was gonna say 2000. Damn. Oh fuck.
I looked up the wrong Iron Man. I looked up
Hey,
when the
yo.
first Iron Man came out, and this shit said 1968.
All right,
Okay,
we're not looking for the like comics. We want the movie. You know, Robert Downey Jr.
No,
put
that
a
was
metal
black
suit
and-
on.
There was
2008. 2008.
Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah, so
2008.
we was close. I was
I
close.
was like-
2007.
I was a year old when that shit came out.
God, oh my
what?
God!
I was a
No
year
way.
old when that shit
No,
came out. I'm not even joking.
Dude, I'd have been like 9. Am I really 9? I'm not 9 years older than you. You gotta redo your math, homeboy.
2008, April 14th, 2008.
April 14, 2008.
Yeah, I was a year old.
So I would have been 7. How old are you?
I'm 15. I was born in 10/31/07. Yo, like when y'all say this, like when y'all say that, y'all like you forget that I'm young. I'm 7 years older. I'm 7 years younger than this like youngest adult here.
Travis, I'm sorry.
Like y'all don't understand.
No, that's
Bro,
not fair.
Switch's like 30 years older than me, bro.
That's
no,
not
man,
fair.
15
Because now
years older than me.
you're making it to where I can't call Beaker and Switch old anymore because now I'm gonna have to start calling myself old.
I could call all of you boomers and y'all couldn't say anything.
I mean, we could. You just won't like it.
Yeah, you really might not like it. I say whatever I want.
Yeah.
The
Maybe
mouse
get a
is
dog
down.
and peanut butter in here.
Oh, bro, nah. Stop. Bro, the incident of 2016 with me and the dog never happened.
Yeah,
sure?
okay. We never gave out a year.
I did. I'm telling you, it didn't happen.
Yeah, okay.
Guys, how much
that
cookies do you have? I
That
have a
was
lot of cookies.
oddly specific. Why are you trying to change the subject?
Alright, guys, so back on to that one dude we were talking about.
The one that you were born a year before?
What? No, I'm talking about the terrorist.
Oh, yeah.
Terror.
I don't know. He's talking
You
about
mean
Snowden.
whistleblower?
Yeah,
Yeah,
whistleblower, terrorist. Depends on what side of the country you're from.
Domestic terrorist. Is it Boondocks? Is that what that? Boom? Hold on.
Did he just say Boondocks?
It's a good show. I like
That's
it.
That's a good show.
Is that how
Like-
you pronounce it? I've been watching it, but I feel like I've been saying it wrong.
How have you been
Boondocks?
saying it?
Boondocks.
Boondocks.
No,
BOONDOCKS.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's boom.
Boondocks.
It's like boom and then docks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, I've been saying it right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Boondocks.
spelled the same way that you're saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You're saying it the same way that
the
it's
word
spelled.
you.
I know that, but like, I mean, saying it like I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Oh no, that's just me.
I'm sorry you're going to
How
throw
do you,
that.
how do you think it's supposed to be said then? Like,
I don't know, cause like, I don't know. Anyway,
I didn't. No. You're not getting off of this one. I need an
Okay,
explanation.
so
you keep
I'm
trying
not,
to get out of too many things. Like,
I'm
you're
not
getting yourself into them.
So, all
I'm
right.
not
So it's
good
one thing or
at
the other.
English.
I'm gonna give you the choice here. We either talk about the dog and the peanut butter, or we talk about what in the world you thought the Boondocks was supposed to say.
Okay, so Boondocks, it was like, I feel like I
He
was
looked
saying
up
it wrong. I don't know why.
How do you think it
But
was supposed to be?
okay, well, be honest with you, I thought it said Bone Docs.
Bone is BONE,
Exactly, but
not
I thought that's how you
BOON.
pronounced it, so I was like,
How do
well,
you
is
spell
it
boo?
Bone or Bone?
How do you spell
And
boo?
what? Boo? It's B-O-O? Boo?
Ah! Oh, sorry.
I remember
Ah,
that.
I'm
I remember
scared.
that TikTok trend. That was like what, 3 years ago?
Bro, you
Try
remember
it.
the mannequin
Boo?
challenge?
Yeah, you were
Oh
8.
my god!
Or
I mean, 12.
what? Uh, the Toy Story one.
Andy's coming?
Yeah, Andy's coming.
What about it?
Do you remember that?
No.
You probably didn't have TikTok
Yeah,
then.
I do.
Yeah.
I would think it was mute.
Bro, there was people that would like walk through the mall and be like, "Andy's coming," and everybody'd hit the floor.
Oh,
Mhm.
That's hilarious.
Now I don't know if it was staged or not, but if not, that's funny as hell.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's staged.
I didn't go to the stores, so I couldn't. I didn't get out the house. So
you're
I
gonna
don't know.
drop yourself to the floor?
Yeah,
Bro, do you know this year I haven't gone to a single Walmart or Target?
we're only 2
Maybe
months into
stop
the
it.
year, so
I know, but like that's crazy. I haven't gone to like any superstore.
I mean, you are a kid. I don't expect you to be
I
going
went
to
to
the store.
Target once. I'm an
I've
adult.
never been to a Target.
I mean, I go to Target, but I've only been
I've
in
had a
Target
Target on my
once so
back
far
once.
this year,
I haven't gone at all in like 2, 3 years.
and that was to look for one of these that they didn't have.
Hmm.
If I go over there, I got a Best Buy over there, so
No, Best Buy didn't have one either.
I just go over there and get all. I just order it and they have it.
For
Well, yeah,
the
I mean, I
audio
coulda ordered it,
listeners,
but-
when he said what for this, he was talking about his boom mic, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I pointed. Oh wait, never mind. I get what you're saying.
Oh,
It's all video. It's all video.
See,
No matter what, it's not audio yet. I haven't gotten the stuff to put it on Spotify, so it's still all video, so they can look what I'm pointing at. If they don't
Yeah.
look, then that's on them.
exactly. That's why it's on them. You gotta help them out sometimes. Like me. Gotta help
Guys,
me out most of the
not
time.
only do you have to listen to the podcast, you should watch it too, because sometimes me and Beaker make funny faces.
I do
would
too,
say-
but you can't see it at all.
Yeah, Switch
I mean,
Inferno.
why is it sitting?
Switch makes funny faces, but you can't see it. Ferno's face is always funny, but you can't see it either. So
Bro draws on his mustache.
do you have
So
any
I
mustache?
use I use an Expo Sharpie. Okay, I don't know what y'all use,
Wait,
but
you use an Expo Sharpie?
Did you say
Yeah.
you don't know what we use?
yeah, I don't know what type of marker y'all use. Can y'all like hit me up on my?
Wait, no. I want to back up for a second and talk about how he uses an Expo Sharpie.
Expo Sharpie.
Y'all never heard of an Expo Sharpie?
No?
I've heard of the Expo erase. Like I thought the Expos were supposed to be.
Yeah, I've heard of
erased.
Expo markers and Sharpie markers, but
Right?
I never heard of an Expo Sharpie.
You sure? Hold on.
That's like
I-
some
I'm just-
innovative. That's some
I
innovative
have-
stuff right
Hold
there.
on, I think I have. I think I have
He's-
heard of an Expo. It's a thin, fine point Sharpie. I think.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh. And here I
Right?
thought he was sniffing the Sharpie so he can write with an Expo.
I can see it.
Um,
Next thing
pretty
you know,
sure.
he's gonna be saying they're made by Crayola.
Right?
Y'all had me tripping. I thought I was.
no, I think I remember.
I was
I
fixing to
remember
say
that.
because I didn't know
No,
there was
the
such
Expo
thing as.
on the marker spelled
y'all-
different.
Y'all
And,
keep on saying that like I'm doing stuff wrong, and y'all got me like tracking on my whole brain set. So I gotta like hold on like a timeline to figure out what I said.
Look, it's
and
not
what I
our
read.
fault. It's not our fault you got 2 brain cells and they're both fighting for second place. Okay?
Okay, so
Neither
it's
one of them can even make third.
Yeah, well.
yeah. I just googled and it popped up, but it didn't say Sharpie anywhere on it.
It just says Expo.
Yeah.
It's a type, man. All right, let's skip the subject because we all know that I'm special.
There you go, skipping things again.
I'm telling you, he gets himself into shit, and then
All right, well, y'all want to start something? Y'all want to start a conversation?
we are. We're talking about you always trying to skip
Want to
shit.
change the subject and start something else?
Y'all know the worst part about having a
Say
mustache?
that then.
What's that?
Well, see, I got these coupons for free vanilla ice cream cones at the Sonic, and I'd
Oh,
say
I bet
that's
Sonic's
about the
free.
worst part of having a mustache, is eating that ice cream cone, because it gets everywhere.
Nah, you know what I hate whenever I'm trying to eat like a burger or something like that, and the hair ends up in my mouth.
Right, and
Like
chewing
right
on your
out,
pull.
right out, yeah, right out the
exactly.
sides, and it just like right in your mouth. And you next thing you know, you're
Right.
pulling your lip into your teeth,
Yeah, I'd be doing
Yeah.
this.
and
be
you're
like,
sitting,
what
and
the-
you're sitting there going,
Yeah.
"Stay the hell out the way."
Right, I do that every time
That's why I
I
said I had to trim
take a
mine up
bite.
because I'd be in my mustache, it'd just be going into my mouth, and I'm like, damn.
Bro,
You
even
could get,
whenever
like,
I
mustache
trim mine,
pigtails.
I could eat that day and I'm fine. The next day, it's like it's already back.
I call them the flavor savers.
Yeah. No, see.
Yeah, it'd be one thing if they were saving the flavor, but it's a whole other thing whenever it's trying to join it. I mean,
So, see, Fevno just gets a fucking eraser and has to go in there and touch his.
Mhm.
he gets a wet wipe,
my
wraps it
face, I
around
got,
his
like-
finger, and goes.
Yeah, it's an alcohol wipe, and it's just like,
Wait, what are we talking about? He draws the stash that only goes here, so I mean, he ain't got to worry about it on the corner of his mouth.
You got one of those like pink mirror things that 13-year-old girls use. For
Look,
makeup.
I could so see Ferno like in school pulling out one of these. Going. I can see it. I can see him powdering his face in the middle of class. Just flips it open.
This girl, like, so I have 2 layers of eyelashes, right? It's just like it was like a born defect that I have. So
I don't think that's the only born defect that you have.
no, I got a lot more.
Yeah, we
but-
know, we can tell. I told
like,
you, like, bro, his whole school
people-
reminds me of the fucking people, the whole town that lives under
Those-
Futurama in the sewers.
Yeah, I've heard. So
Like,
people are surprised that I don't wear makeup. I've never worn makeup, but like
I would hope
looks
not.
it looks like I have extended eyelashes, bro.
But I mean that's beside the point. I mean extended eyelashes still isn't makeup. But
You sure?
why would they think that you wear makeup? One way or the other.
Because he's wearing that skirt all the time.
Yeah.
Oh.
I got my maid dress on. You know, I got my backpack. People are asking me like, "You don't wear makeup?"
That's what it is, bro. You probably go to school in like one of them short mini skirts. Like, is this what it is? Huh? Leaned over the desk a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta get that A.
He said anything for the good grade because the brains ain't doing it.
it's 2 brain cells.
Hey, that's how I say that's them 2 brain cells fighting for second place. That was their idea.
Bro, y'all sell this shit. But, like, I can't wait
Alright,
for y'all to see me in real life because I'm like totally different. I'm not even joking.
We've seen you.
You in my walls, bro?
I've seen you.
Yeah, man, your curtains are pretty fun.
I don't even have curtains.
Oh, wow.
No. We've
Okay,
seen
man.
you. I've seen you at least. You've sent me.
You've
You've
seen like
sent me-
half of my face.
No, you've
I've
sent me
I've
some.
seen
I've hit
full
you with one of
pictures
the-
of your face.
I fit you with like the Travis where I hit like half of the face in.
No. That's the Travis specialty.
Half of my face is covered up.
Look, Fevno's over here built like a green bean. I mean,
A green bean?
yes, like a
What does that
damn
even
green
mean?
bean. I
Oh,
don't
the
know.
lanky-
Look at a green bean.
Shirt, bro. I don't mind a green bean.
Because I'm fat. I'm more like a lima bean. There's a difference. Okay. No,
A
you know
green-
what? You know what Ferno really reminds me of though. A skinny version of a thumb thumb
Oh, from
from
Spy
Spy
Kids.
Like
Kids.
it.
Ferno, go
I
ahead.
wouldn't know. I've never seen them.
Ferno, tell me that you don't know what Spy Kids is.
I watched the one with a white girl and a white dude, and then I watched the second one, but I didn't really like it.
Actually, if you really want to get technical, she's not white.
No.
Well,
All
she's
right.
there.
Yo,
It's
Spy
funny.
Kids, Spy Kids is cool as shit. I don't care what anybody says. All of them were. Every one of them.
What was the? Hold on. There was like this little TV show I used to watch.
I wasn't a big fan of the third one.
I mean, I still like the third one too. I mean, it probably wasn't the best out of all of them, but I mean, I definitely still liked it.
Or Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I did like Shark Boy and
Oh,
Lava
God.
Girl too, but I had a Spy Kids 3 game
Yeah.
for the Game Boy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The only
That was
Game
shit
Boy
was
game
bad.
I've ever had was Pokemon.
I mean, I had a whole bunch of Game Boy games.
Yeah, me too. I gotta give me another one of them things. Like,
Y'all grew up with Game Boy, huh?
no, I grew up with a Sega, a PlayStation, and Atari.
That's crazy. I grew up with a fucking Nintendo Cube.
I had one of them too.
Pinocchio?
GameCube.
A
No, a
Nintendo
GameCube.
Cube.
Oh, a GameCube?
I grew
Yeah.
up with that, and I
I
grew
had a
up with
GameCube.
the DS.
I had a GameCube.
The
I
on-
had a just about every system.
That's how I say. I think the only game system that I didn't personally have was the original PlayStation.
No, I had the original PlayStation.
No,
I
that's
had
I think-
the first.
everything
Like
except.
I said, I had the
I had
first PlayStation. The PS1, I had like Batman. Man, I used to ride around the Batmobile. It felt cool. What else I had? Like I had what was it?
I had to get
Twisted
my
Metal.
Dreamcast away. I was really upset when I had to give away my
Oh, man.
Dreamcast.
I missed
Bro.
Dreamcast.
Brother, I used to play Sonic on it
Mhm.
all day. Oh man,
I had a skating game on Dreamcast.
yeah. I had mine was the rollerblade one.
Bro, I had a rollerblading game, not a
Yeah.
game for GameCube, but for the GameCube, and I, for the life of me, cannot remember what the name of that game was.
Was it
Oh,
like?
man.
I have no
Really?
idea. I remember
know
one
it,
of the maps though, and like I remember it very vividly because it was like a haunted map. I mean, there was ghosts moving around and everything, and I remember it, but I can never find the game. I mean, I've tried to Google search this, and I always get the same game over and over again, but it's not the right one.
On the
Oh, man.
GameCube?
No. It was, if I'm not mistaken, it was either for GameCube or for the PlayStation, but it was a rollerblading game, and I mean, man, I used to have so much fun playing that. Oh man, but I can never remember what it's called.
I think my all-time favorite GameCube game was Freak Out. It was a dirt bike racing game.
Mine was Cars and Need for Speed Corbin.
Oh, nice.
On the GameCube?
Yeah.
Mine was Shadow the Hedgehog.
You know
I
what my
had a
favorite
Need for Speed
PlayStation
game.
2 game was?
That was one of mine.
Spyro.
Oh, yeah, Spyro was good.
Mine
never
were the
did own-
Crash or the Sly Coopers.
I didn't like Crash Bandicoot,
I
but
did.
Sly Cooper was awesome.
Sly Cooper was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think a lot of those games were made way before they should have been, because if they were made now, oh man, the attention they would have gotten.
Oh, didn't
yeah,
they
Sly
remake
Cooper.
a Spyro game?
I want
Are they?
I want a remake of Sly Cooper,
Me too.
bro.
That'd be awesome.
Or even give me Twisted Metal. I'll buy a whole ass PlayStation.
There
just
is
to
a
get Twisted-
remake
or-
of Twisted Metal, isn't there?
No, I want. No, it's like it's brought back, but it's not.
Oh, it's not a remake.
I remember playing.
I wasn't a big fan of Twisted Metal, but I did like playing it.
I've never even heard of it.
It wasn't. It's basically.
What?
I don't
Did
know
y'all
how to
ever play
explain it.
Extreme? It had like a 3
Okay,
for the E.
so-
It was Extreme.
No.
That and Uprising Remote. Only PlayStation.
Nah, screw that.
games
We
I
all
own.
we all know the one game that they need to remake is Street. That's the game that I need a remake of.
I'm unfamiliar.
It was a football game, but it was like a hardcore football game.
Oh, is that the one where you got to like do mixed wrestling and football?
Yeah, basically.
Okay,
You get the
yeah. I just
animations of
didn't know the
like
name
the
of it.
people's breaking their backs and their skulls and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You could jump off the wall and 360 around people. That's what we need.
I remember seeing advertisements for that. Never did get to play it.
That is definitely a game that would not fly in today's society.
Right? Too many snowflake.
The street football.
Yeah.
I used to play the street basketball.
I played the basketball one too, but the football one was just, to me, so much better.
No, one of my favorites was Rags to Riches for the basketball.
Mhm.
It was, man, that game when it came out was like, I thought it was just like the shit, like that. And another one, Def Jam, the
Ooh, I remember
uh,
Def Jam.
Fight for New York, and bro, Def Jam had all these rappers fighting each other, man.
See, I've heard of that one, but I don't remember ever playing it.
It was pretty good. I don't remember which one I played, but I played one of them.
True Crime was another game that I played.
Oh, that was
Man, I
great.
used to like the old Grand Theft Auto games.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto Vice City 3.
San
I think it was.
Andreas.
I think I
San
had
Andreas
2 on the
was pretty
original PlayStation. Is it 2?
See,
I have
I
3.
had one. I wasn't able to play it a lot
uh,
because I had to get rid of it. But one of my favorite games that was actually older than me was Black. I don't know if y'all ever played it. That was my actual first shooter game.
I've never actually played it, but I think I have access to it.
nah, you want to tell you one of my first shooter games was Splinter Cell. I liked it, that game.
Oh yeah,
Mine was
Splinter
James
Cell was one
Bond.
of my go-to. Yeah, I was
Well,
gonna say the
James
double oh
Bond
007.
2, 007, GoldenEye, and all of those.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that was, yeah, I guess that would be my first one actually, because I had that one for. Yeah, that would be my first one. Never mind, I take that back. It wasn't Splinter Cell. It
Okay,
was.
so
It would have been that one.
what game got y'all into Call of Duty?
Halo.
Halo?
Yeah,
Halo.
so
Call of
I
Duty.
played Halo. I played Halo with my cousin. He was like, "This isn't real enough." Cause like that was like after the first time he's ever played Call of Duty. He's like, "This game isn't real enough." And I was like, "What you mean? We've been playing this forever." He's like, "Nah, you want me to put you something?" And he put me in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I believe.
Modern Warfare 2 was my first Call of Duty.
See,
So
I
My
weird
played.
to
favorite
hear.
Call of Duty was Ghost.
It's so weird to hear.
Yeah, especially
Because
whenever
like
you
that's
think
new
about
to
like the
him.
big one and
Yeah, that's new to him. But there's so many that were before
yeah, right.
that we played.
um,
Oh,
man, what was the one where you stormed the beach when you stormed Normandy Beach? Uh,
Was that
was it
Medal of
Call of Duty?
Honor?
That was a Medal of Honor.
oh, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think that's
so.
a
I thought there was a
yeah.
Call of Duty one that you did the same thing.
Because this so you're talking about they get off the boats and like they drop the ramps and just storming the beach and there's like all these shooting going around.
It was
Yeah,
the
you're right.
original
You're
Modern
right.
Warfare.
Never mind.
Not Modern Warfare 2,
That
but
was
Modern
actually
Warfare.
Medal of Honor was the one that got me into playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, I liked Medal of Honor. I never did actually play any of the actual games, but a lot of the demos were available, so I played the heck out of those, man.
I was gonna say I think I played a demo of Call of Duty at GameStop in the little thing. I think that's what got me into it. I was just chilling there. I saw it, tried it.
Even
My
then,
brother,
I say Medal of Honor got me into Call of Duty, but even then, that still didn't completely get me into Call of Duty. I didn't completely get into Call of Duty until like, well, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, all of those. That's whenever I really got into it. Like,
I didn't really get into Call
got
of
to
Duty
myself to
until
where
Black
I
Ops
am
3.
now, where it's most of the time all we played was Call of Duty.
my brother introduced me to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the original, not
Yeah.
this new crap, and I've been hooked ever since.
Yeah. Then you got MW3, which was, aside
My
from Modern
fa-
Warfare 2019, one of my favorites.
Same here. Yeah.
And that's whenever they first introduced, as to my knowledge, the survival mode.
Yeah. As far yeah, I think so.
On the original Modern Warfare 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they had it in Modern Warfare 2 as well.
I don't think
Nope.
it was survival, but I think they had co-op stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, but
think so,
it wasn't
yeah.
it wasn't the survival like MW3 had,
Right.
where you had like the
I think I
attack
like the
dogs and the juggernaut and all that stuff.
yeah. I think I like the maps on Modern Warfare 1 and 2 out of all the Call of Duties, except for like maybe a few on Ghost that I like.
There was a
There
couple
was-
of them on
I like all the Ghost maps.
like
I
Yemen,
like Ghost so much.
like the map Yemen
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Though I liked it, those maps, and that
I
was
don't
on
think I've
MW3.
ever. I don't
Yeah,
think
there
I've
was
ever
one.
played Ghost multiplayer.
Ghost had some
The
clean
multiplayer
maps.
wasn't the best.
No, it was not, but it had some clean maps.
No, but
Mhm.
Extinction was pretty good on Ghost.
hmm
It was.
Yeah, it was a good idea. Now, I think fan base was so set on zombies that they were disappointed when it was aliens.
Yeah. Well, see, when you had the Modern Warfare like MW3 and stuff like that, because if I'm not mistaken, MW3 came out before Black Ops, right?
It came out before Black Ops 2, I think.
Yeah,
Did it?
Black Ops.
So Black Ops was the one that kind of started the whole zombies thing. Modern
Yeah.
Warfare 3 was supposed to be like the zombies, but not actually zombies, which is what started the whole co-op thing that you have in 2019.
So I think there was a thing where like Activision and Treyarch kind of like were like back and forth with making the Call of Duties. I think at one point they separated from making, or like they tried to do two different things. And I think because zombies wasn't added in Ghost, I think Activision, because Treyarch made Ghost, I'm pretty sure, right? That was one of the Treyarch games.
Yes.
That's why it's different.
Sure.
Activision is the Modern Warfare series.
Yeah, Treyarch was
Black Ops and Ghost.
was the Black Ops and Ghost, yeah.
Mhm.
And
So-
then Activision was the Modern Warfare 1, 2, MW3, 2019, and then the new Modern Warfare 2. It
Yeah,
was
so
all
I think
Activision.
there
Yeah,
was
but
a thing
Treyarch
that
is in this second Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, but Treyarch, that's whenever they reintroduced back into the Modern Warfare 2. That's the reason why Modern Warfare 2 is so much different than 2019.
Yeah.
And it's
It's-
kind of really
it's
more
Treyarch.
towards like the older style of the Call of Duty games, is because Treyarch stepped back in.
the Advanced Warfare, the
So we can
what
blame.
was the other one? I know there's Advanced
Infinite Warfare.
Infinite Warfare. Those two, they were just straight up terrible. Like I think that's when Activision Activision had its chance to make zombies instead of
Didn't take
Treyarch,
it.
and it just wasn't there.
See, I never played Advanced Warfare or Infinite Warfare because
They were terrible. The zombie game on
Yeah.
it was terrible. I think that was on Infinite Warfare. So, but it was just a very terrible fucking game. I didn't like it. The multiplayer was trash. You had zombies boosting around.
is
It was-
Treyarch part of Cold War and Vanguard?
Cold War.
I would imagine so, because Cold War is Black Ops. Because it's Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Does Vanguard
yeah.
have zombies in it? Yes.
I
Vanguard-
didn't play.
I don't. Vanguard does not. Cold War has zombies. That's the only reason I played Cold War was because of zombies.
Okay, so then there's your answer right there. If it has zombies in it, go with Treyarch.
Sledgehammer made Vanguard.
So, in other words, we can blame Treyarch and Sledgehammer for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 being booty.
What about World War II?
Those are all like that one was I think Activision.
That one was active. See, now Call of Duty World War II probably gets like right up to the top of my list as far as my favorite Call of Duty games.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think Activision overall has the better Call of Duties. As far as like zombies, I have to give it to Treyarch. I mean the side quest.
See,
Wait,
but I
wait,
think
you
that's
mean
where the
what-
problem comes in. Treyarch spends
They're not-
so much time on trying to have their zombies perfect that it just kills the rest of the game.
What's
Yeah.
that, Fernando?
Did you say World at War? or
World War II.
World War II.
Call of Duty World War
Sledgehammer
II.
made that.
Sledgehammer made that one?
Sludge.
Yeah.
Okay. No wonder those were all trash.
I liked the World War
I
II.
was so confused.
Okay. I forget Sledgehammer made a few. I thought it was just the one. I forgot. I completely forget about Sledgehammer.
Treyarch made War.
That's the one I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, but if you're going World at War, that's way back.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3.
That's
That's the
whenever
original.
zombies
That's what
were
zombies were
originally introduced.
Yeah. Richtofen.
And then what was it in was it Black Ops? Which Black Ops reused the same map from World at War? It might have been on a DLC pack.
Three, because I have 3 and it has the same one. It has
The
first
one where you
map,
got the
3,000.
downstairs and the upstairs.
Yeah, and it comes with no perks, none of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's 3. So 3 has the DLCs, and one of the maps on the DLC actually has all of the maps that you go through space and go to. And of course, one of them, like Juggernaut being one of the main perks, it's on that first map of World at War.
Yeah. So I remember, like, one of my favorite maps to play whenever it came to zombies was Moon. Don't ask me why.
I hated getting chased around. Then you get chopped by a saw for no fucking reason.
Yeah, but I always avoided going in there.
And then, like, if you don't do it right, then you're choking on your own lack of oxygen.
Yeah.
So.
I did like playing Moon. The only thing was that when you first got to Moon is whenever that guy was
round 3.
Was it round 3? I hated that guy. I hated him.
I thought it was gonna be round 5, and no, he popped in round 3 and was chasing my ass. Because all I was doing was
with zombies.
What?
So I would want to play zombies for sure.
I know we gotta do that. That's how we definitely gotta play some zombies.
We stopped playing like video games, and now we just like talk to each other.
I mean, we didn't stop playing. I mean, we just all play our own thing.
Like, we play Ark, but like, how much times do you see Baker on there? You know, like
Baker doesn't even have Ark anymore.
When's the last time you played, Ted?
Yeah, Ferno, you got on there one time.
I was only like twice.
And I did my part on there and dipped out. They lost my dinosaurs and everything. I missed Todd, but I don't have.
Y'all were on y'all's own server.
Yeah, but remember, Baker, we found all of our dinosaurs.
I know, but I don't have the room on it now. There's a few games I can delete, but
we even beat the bosses.
Yeah, we're about me and Switch is about to move on to another map.
Yeah, Crystal Isles.
I know that's another thing. I don't have the room to keep adding fucking maps.
Yeah,
well. But I mean, maybe I was gonna say I downloaded on console. That sounds awful.
I played on console.
Really? I mean, originally we started playing on console.
I know, but I'm saying like I didn't like Ark on console as the way I do on here. Just doesn't feel as smooth.
It's not that, because to me, well, I mean, it is smoother, but I guess it really doesn't matter to me. But the only thing is like, I prefer playing on mouse and keyboard, but it's also easier to play Ark on controller. So then I'm always in that dilemma. So I'm always in that dilemma. Should I just keep playing it on mouse and keyboard because that's what I'm more comfortable with?
I kind of wanted to try Call of Duty with controller now that I have PC.
No. Oh no, I couldn't do it. I've tried.
No.
I don't even know if I can hold a controller right in my hand anymore.
Dude,
I still gotta download Madden.
Like I play the Hot Wheels game, so like I have to use controller. Playing racing games on mouse and keyboard is just awful.
I would.
So like I have my no, you wouldn't.
I downloaded that Hot Wheels game.
I can't play like any simulator, like
Yeah, so like Forza
like,
for me is terrible.
Yeah, like racing games. I can't play Spider-Man or Batman with a keyboard.
No, it's just not happening.
See, but that's just it. I don't feel comfortable with a controller in my hand anymore.
Man,
I'd rather figure out how to play a game on mouse and keyboard, no matter how hard it is, than switch back to controller.
we need to get into like Super Smash or something.
That's why I quit playing Madden, because I kept having to switch back to controller because I didn't know you could play on mouse and keyboard.
That's like one of the games.
But now that I know that I could play mouse and keyboard,
Oh, playing on mouse and keyboard is terrible. I was playing the other day and I was like, I had to, because I'm like, man, which key is which to pass it to the players? Like, I'm looking at, I'm like, I gotta look down, like, shit. Let's have it there.
No, it's like I can start typing right, and it's like only when I'm like playing video games. They're like tap E. Where's E at? Where's E?
See, and that's just it. See, I'm the total opposite. When I'm playing the game, I know where everything's at. But if I try to sit there and type something, I have to stare at the keyboard, and I literally, I had a teacher that taught,
typing,
and she hated me because I was able to type just as fast as her and everybody else, but I pecked.
Type right now. I want to see how fast you can type.
Well, yeah, what am I going to type? Where am I going to type?
Type me a Bible verse in your sticky notes.
Acts.
But I was
too.
good at type because we did like little
playing.
tests and stuff like that. You had to type this up an X amount of time and get so far or whatever.
Mhm.
And I would always finish it before the time would run out, and everybody else the time would run out before they'd finish it. But I mean, that was whenever I was repetitively doing it. But even then, I still had to look at the keyboard, and I couldn't because it was always place your hands on the keyboard and type.
You got to
don't look at the keyboard.
You got to feel for the bump. Then you're in the right keys.
Yeah.
Then you got to type out a word by not looking. You got to look like they give you a line to type out, and like the bottom line is blank, and you got to type it out exactly what the sentence up here says.
So
yeah, and mine would always come out like it was in a different language.
What I used to do when I was doing those was I'd look in the middle of my screen, like between my keyboard and my screen, and I would just zone out screen and my keyboard, and so I could type and like not look at my keyboard, and I could see the screen and not look at the screen. So that's pretty much how I passed my.
I just told my teacher, I said, "Look, I'm just gonna have to look at the keyboard. The second you can find somebody in this class that can type faster than me, I'll learn how to do it without looking at the keyboard."
I can type pretty good as long as I'm looking at the keyboard.
Yeah, me too. Even then, though, nowadays I still hesitate.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, am I going to hit the right key?
I used to
feel like my brain tells me something else when I'm looking at the keyboard, so I don't look at the keyboard.
See, I feel like my hands are just too big, so now I got to focus extra hard on which key I'm hitting.
Right.
See, back then, my hands were small. Well, they weren't really small, but they were smaller.
That was against Switch and Fevno's fucking stream, just fat fingering keys, like trying to type.
That's also when I type, I drag down so I can like look at the keyboard. So like when I hit W, I'll drag down to S on accident.
I say I don't have that issue. It's usually I just hit W and S at the same time. That's why I gotta watch.
Mine's normally W and E.
Yeah, see, that's why I gotta watch which keyboard. Because remember how I was telling you that I wanted to buy another partial keyboard for gaming, but I didn't want to order one because I'm scared it's gonna come in and it's gonna have the small keys on it and not the bigger keys.
I'm pretty sure you can just like order. Like you can make your own keyboard.
Well, yeah, you can make your own keyboard, but the only problem is that's expensive. First off, second off, I just want to order me a partial keyboard. Okay, and I want my keys to be the right size. And unfortunately, they don't give you the key size when you go to order the keyboard. So you think they would? That would be the important part,
Right.
What size are the keys?
I guess like the percentage of how much keys you have, like 100% and like an 80. I feel like the size of it also matter.
Yeah. Like mine's, it's just if it has 36 keys or 46 keys, I don't care what size are the keys. I don't want one that my finger could cover up 3 of them. It's made for a small child. Does me no good. I'd have to double keybind everything.
I don't like membrane keyboards.
That's the flat ones.
Yep, I don't like them.
Oh, like on a laptop?
Yep,
yeah.
I don't like it.
My second keyboard, the one that I do use for typing and stuff like that, that's what is considered a membrane keyboard because everything's flush.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's more like the membrane is like there's not the So
it's like what Apple does with their keyboards.
It's literally like
it's not.
It's
so like
flat.
If you were to pop off one of them, it doesn't necessarily have to be flat. It's just the key goes into it, and with my keyboard, the board goes into the key. So that makes the keyboard like sound louder, but with membrane it's quiet and
Mm-hmm.
it feels different.
Well, yeah, because it's actually it's a softer press, is what it is.
And does it make a clicking noise? But with the keyboard that I have, it clicks
Yeah, see, but
to
you
know that
could
you
get
click the
ones.
button.
You could get ones that aren't membrane keyboards that are like what you're talking about that still don't make a sound, and it literally feels just like. Because you got, was it brown keys, blue keys, red keys?
I have blue. I have Charlie Blue keys.
So you got the ones in the middle. See, I have blue as well, so mine's is the one in the middle. So reds are the loudest, browns are the quietest, blues in the middle.
Mhm.
I think that's the color. I know it's brown and blue for sure, but I think the last one's gonna be is red. So each one of them with a membrane, it's basically,
I've seen some reds and yellow ones.
well then maybe it's, I don't know. It's colored by three different colors, and each one of them represents how loud and soft they are. But you can still get ones that are like a soft press key that are like really loud for some reason, or you can get like a flow key or like a RGB key that is really quiet.
You know those like screen keyboards that like you tap and it sounds like you're tapping a desk?
Yeah,
I can't do those.
I can't do
They
that
hurt my
either.
fings.
It's not
I
even
need
it
to
hurts my
press
finger.
down
It
on
just
something.
annoys me.
Mhm.
It just doesn't feel right. I don't even like honestly typing on my phone because to me it doesn't feel right. And not
Yes.
only that, is my fingers are so big, I hit. Each one of them can attest when it comes to me texting, it just never turns out well. It takes me
Um,
20 minutes to send a text message just because it takes me 20 minutes to hit the letter I.
And then it lower cases it, and then you gotta, or it changes it, or like you hit you and it changes it to I, or, you know,
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't type out full words, or.
dude,
And I
I
be
can
hating
type.
autocorrect to mess me up. And
No,
then I'm
it's
trying
not
to type
even like the U
I-
to the I. I hate when mine changes I to U.
yeah.
I can autocorrect more than autocorrect corrects me.
Look, I live in the South. Y'all live in the South. There's no such thing as autocorrect, or there shouldn't be no such thing as autocorrect. We have our own words. We know what we're typing out. The person that we're sending it to knows what we're typing out and what we mean. I don't need you to autocorrect my y'all to Yule or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't need this California bullshit.
Yeah, right? What do I look
I
like?
need
I live
y'all
like
and
in New
howdy.
York? No, I live in Louisiana. There's no need to autocorrect my spelling.
You know what we mean.
Dude, I
They
can't
know.
tell you how much times
If
my
you're autocorrecting
autocorrect
it, then you know what it means.
my autocorrect has changed my howdy to horse. Like I've stopped using howdy just because I hate it fucking autocorrecting the horse.
I gotta be very wary whenever I text hungry. It likes to turn into horny. And I'm dead serious. Like, I can text out hungry. Like, actually, not misspell it, because, I can't spell either. But I can text out hungry, but it'll still autocorrect it to horny. Or I'll type out horny and it'll autocorrect it to hungry.
Autocorrect to hungry? Yeah, that's the one I get.
And I'm always hungry and horny, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But that's beside the point. If I'm talking about wanting to go to well, never mind. I ain't gonna say that either, because I could be horny at McDonald's and hungry at the same time. It is what it is. But if I'm saying that I'm going to McDonald's because I'm hungry, but it autocorrects it to I'm going to McDonald's because I'm horny, that could lead to some really bad situations, depending on who I'm texting.
Your mom.
Oh no, my mama's okay with shit like that. My mama don't care.
I know, but like you just texted her, "Hey mom, I'm hungry," and it just changed.
They're gonna start firing the meat grinder.
Actually, see, I don't have to worry about that because I don't text my mama. I call her just so I can annoy the hell out of her.
Yeah, I call my mom too. She be trying to send me a message. I'm like, nope. Call. If you got time to text, you got time to.
Look, I call my mama because I know 9 out of 10 if I get off of work, I know she's at work. So I'll call her whenever I leave work and I'll go, She'll be like, "What?" I'll be like, "Dad." She'll be like, "Why you call me?" I don't
Just
know.
wanted to see that.
That's
And I
funny.
go, and she won't say nothing for a second. I'll go, "Ma." She'll go, "What?" And I'll be like, "Nothing." I just do it to annoy her. And then she'll be like, "I gotta go. I'm at work." And I'll be like, "So what? You don't want to talk to me?
Yeah.
You don't love me anymore? Love me, mother." And I'll just keep on and on and on. Nah, I love my mama, but
I was gonna mess with her. Like I know, like she'll have like her off days, normally like Saturday or Friday. Either one, she works. She's normally off the other. Um, and so like I never know which one's which half the time. So I'll just call her and she message me. I'm at work. Be like, and you know, and she'd be like, I'm working. And I was like, yeah, but you're also texting right now. So if you're able to text me, then you could be talking to me as well. She's like, I'm not gonna be holding my phone. I was like, you have Bluetooth headphones, right? It's like, and then like by the end of the conversation, I'm like, this whole time we could have just been on the phone. It took longer to, it's longer to have this conversation. So she'll call me like during her lunch, and I'll be like, sorry, mom, I'm busy. So I'll text her for a little bit, and she'll be like, so the whole time you're calling me at work, and she'll know I'm just running around doing nothing, Like the whole time you're calling me at work, or bugging me at work to talk on the phone. I finally get a chance, and you're not gonna answer the phone.
be like, "Yeah, that's exactly how this works."
I was like, well, see, it's not so nice, is it? But of course, I'll answer it and ask her how her day's going and stuff like that.
Well, then I get special treatment because like my mama still works at a gas station that cooks food. She works at a shop, right? So like I'll call my mama and be like, "Hey, ma, you at work?" She'll be like, "Yeah." I'll be like, "Ma, I'm on my usual. I'm on my way."
Nice.
Yeah, now if I tell my mom I want the usual, I get a deep cleaning in my teeth. So yeah, I don't get food or anything. I get dental work done on my mouth every time I make an appointment with my mom.
Well, tell your
I
mom
wish
I
she.
need to make an appointment with her.
Well, she's
But
been
tell her
doing
I
it
need
for like
that.
30 years
Tell her
now.
I need that family friend discount though, because dentist is expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
who?
is. Yeah, no.
Tell her I
Obviously,
want
like,
dentures. I'm about to have all my teeth pulled. Just have dentures put on. It's easier.
let's go with veneers.
I don't want no veneers. What the hell I look like? I ain't.
Mhm.
I ain't. I'm white. I ain't rich white. There's a difference. I know a lot of people get that confused. I just want this to be known. I've never received my white privilege card, so I can't go to the dentist and be like, I want veneers.
Yeah, I think mine was lost in the mail.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
I'm pretty sure I changed addresses.
Well, we're
Yeah,
not even 100% sure you're white, Ferno. So
Yeah.
Bro,
we don't know
they'll
what you
speculate that
are.
I'm black.
No,
am
I ain't
white.
say nothing about you being black. We're not even 100% sure what you are. I mean, you might have been hatched out of an egg for all we know.
Oh, word?
Yeah,
But I
lab
never did
experiment.
receive mine, so kind of does me no good. I'm just regular white. I'm not privileged white.
That's funny.
I always said that I was gonna be an asshole one day and have some white privilege cards made up and like hand them
Oh,
out to a
that would be
handful of my
awesome.
friends. But then I go on Facebook after saying this. Now I've never seen this before. About a week or so after I said this, I go on Facebook and I see a link to where you can order white privilege cards.
Wow,
You know how
really?
mad
I
I
know
was?
there's. If you look up Amazon, you can like buy inward passes. Don't ask me how I figured that out. But like,
Is
How
that
did you
why you're
figure that
always broke, Ferno?
huh?
Is that
How
why
did
you're
you?
always broke?
No, I'm broke because I don't have a job. Yep.
I thought you was a chef. Wait, I thought you.
He's not
Uh,
old enough to have a job.
No, he was working at one point in time.
I was working and well, I wouldn't really get. I didn't really get fired. I just
You stole
stop
it.
showing up.
You got that
stopped
5 finger
had the
discount.
ability. I stopped having the ability to be able to show.
What does that even
If that
mean?
makes
Means in
sense.
other words, he
Like
got lazy.
no. It's like
You lost the
I
ability to
didn't.
show up, so it means
I
like
would
you
have
didn't have
gone.
it
I
right,
just
or
lost. Yeah, pretty much.
I was
But
gonna say
say
he said
you
he lost
got
the way he worded it. it sounds like he didn't have transportation, or there was something that kept him from being able to continue working.
There's one problem here.
See the
When you
car
was
go behind your
hatched,
window, Travis.
when you was hatched, what?
Saw a car go by.
Oh, when you was hatched, you was
He was
hatched
supposed to
with
tell
these
it.
two little things on the bottom of your legs called feet,
Yeah, but like,
and they'll
that just
get you
doesn't help either,
wherever
man.
you want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
Literally wherever you want to go.
You know these kids
were
nowadays,
to
they don't walk anywhere.
Yeah, my
They usually get them
What's
little
what are those things called where like you
hover
push
Them
boards or
hoverboards.
whatever.
hoverboards?
I was gonna
Oh,
say they don't.
hoverboards, so
Did he just say pushboards? This dude over here talking about skateboards and scooters.
Dude, bro, I had one of those scooters that would fuck
Yeah,
up your ankle, bro.
he
I
said
used to throw
he
those
said
at kids.
what's some things
Used
that
to
back
try
in
to
the day you used
hell
to
with
put
it.
your feet on and it wasn't electric, but it still had wheels on it?
It's a razor. The razor.
Those
Ripsticks.
scooters.
Remember ripsticks? Oh man, I can't tell you how many times I busted my ass on a ripstick.
I never even used that thing. That was the thing where you had to like move your feet
Yeah,
back
you
and
had to
forth.
swivel your feet back and forth.
scared-
That
I
just
was
made
scared
skating
on
so
those.
much harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never understood the
I
point
look
of
at
it.
I look
Then
at a
they added
skateboard and I break my ankle.
They put a rail in the middle so that you could try to 50-50 it. Like, come on, man. Like he was gonna pop an ollie like it was a skateboard, but you had to swivel it to keep going.
Hey, bro, I knew people that could do it though. That's the sad part.
Those things were
Then they had
dangerous.
the what y'all was saying a second ago. They had the scooters that you put a foot on each of one, and you swiveled your hips back and forth.
Oh my god.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
My god.
Then of course they had the regular metal scooters that everybody hit themselves in the shin with.
Yeah, you always got to go for that 360 tail whip. You know, you sit
Yeah.
there and
I remember one
I can't
time I
even
was
tell you how much
skating.
times I've had that.
I was racing somebody. They was on a scooter and I was on a skateboard, and I was racing them on the skateboard, and the cement was slick, and I put my foot down to go to stop, and the skateboard went right out from underneath me, and my back went straight on the straight on the cement. Never did it
So,
again.
It was like
That was
for
the
a
last
month.
time I ever skateboarded. That's whenever I realized I was too fat to do it anymore.
I just dragged my foot on the to slow down. That's all I ever done.
Well, see,
When I'm
that's what I
riding,
did too.
I just drag a foot, I hang a foot over, and I come to a stop.
See, well, that's what I'm
I don't
saying.
ever
That's
put
what
my
I
foot
did
down.
too, because I was dragging my foot, but it was still slick, so I wasn't stopping. And there was a back of a vehicle coming up, so I mean, I didn't really have much of a choice. So I just kind of put a little bit more pressure, and the skateboard kept going, and my other foot didn't, and that was it. I just went flat on my
Kind
back.
of instead
And
of
that was,
doing the splits, you just kind of like nope.
yeah, I just
Let
kicked
it
my
up.
feet out in front of me, and I was like, "Yep, that's the end of me skateboarding."
I wish I would. No, I've taken so many shin checks. Freaking, I've busted so many bones just trying to. I kept doing it. There's so many times I've knocked the air out of my chest just falling on my back, and I'm just like, laying in the middle of the road or something, you know.
And you're going,
Actually, what?
you're laying there like this, and you're going, "Now, why am I doing this again?"
No, like there was one time I was riding. Like this was like my freshman year in high school. I took my skateboard because the bus stop was like I don't know 4 or 5 blocks over. So I just skated, you know. And one day after school, I kind of just like was riding my skateboard home and down the hill, and I was pushing, paid zero attention to my foot where my foot was, and I went to go put my foot on the nose of the board, and I didn't mean to put it on the nose. I was just trying to put it on the front, or like on the bolts, the front bolts, and I went forward and launched me in the air. I had just got a brand new iPhone too, and so my main concern, I smacked, the ground like my hands. You could feel like I rolled, like he ripped the shirt off my back, like.
You
It tore up,
nollied straight into a fucking stop like you was on skates.
It was more of like a nose man, like just I try to balance it and bring my back foot down, but like that's not my dominant side. So like it kind of threw me off because I used my pushing foot, put it on the board, and so it just kind of like everything happened, and I smacked the ground, knocked the air out of my chest, and my hands like they're all numb and tingling, like I can feel it. I had just been spun like 3 times. My shirt just ripped off. I was ripped up from like both my shoulders down my arms. This one was like here all the way down. And I get home, like I go and grab my phone, nothing. I was like, damn. I was like, dang. I was
I
like,
think
man.
as far
I,
as that goes, the worst thing that I've ever happened was I was actually on a bicycle, and where I used to live at, it was nothing but gravel, so
Oh,
nothing but
it's
loose
down here.
rocks. And I was riding, and I would hit the brakes, and I would stop, and I'd slide, and then I'd turn around and go the other way. So I did it one time, not paying attention, and I caught a hose that was running across the ground. So when I slid, my front tire caught it, and then I flipped back the other way, and I went right over my handlebars, and I probably slid about a good 10, 15 feet, no shirt on.
I've done that, except I
No
had a
shirt
shirt
on.
on.
I mean, everything from here down. Nothing but blood and
Yeah. I showed up to my
like
house.
dirt.
My sister was like, what the fuck happened to you? Like, said it just like that. And, like, mind you, I'm a freshman in high school, since she's like 2 years, like 2.5 years younger than me, so she's behind. So her talking like that, I think she was like maybe 12 or 13. My mom's like, freaking out, like, what the hell? I was like, I just fell skating. Like, I was all calm and everything about it. And so they get peroxide, they're pouring it on me. And I was like, what the hell? Like, I was just sitting there on the bench chair in the island. And the next thing I know, my mom's behind me, dabbing, like, cotton behind me. And just, I'm like, Mom, like, what the? Like, she's
You're
like, it
like,
looks
it's
so
okay.
bad.
Let me spray it down with the water hose. It'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, and like she did this, and I was like, it's fine. She's like, it just looks so bad. There's some blood everywhere. And so, like, all of my arm, like, it's not even red. It's just white. It's not even that blue. It's just all white skin. Like,
Yeah, where all the skin got ripped up at.
yeah. So it was just, I was like, dang, man. I was like, that burned more than anything. But no, I learned liquid bandage is worse than peroxide on an open
Hands down.
wound.
Hands down.
Oh yeah.
I think
On a,
the worst injury I've had as far as was actually being drunk behind a truck in gravel.
Ouch.
Yeah. This actually happened while I was at school at Votech. I had hopped in the back of the truck. We was riding back to the shop because my friends had forgot something over there, and I was standing on the bumper, and he took off before I actually got into the back of the truck. So when he
just
took
kind of,
off, it just kind of jerked me back, and instead of my dumbass letting go, I held on because I was pulling myself back up on the bumper, and of course
and
my hand slipped again. So I went from on my knees to on my side. So like on my left side, so my whole left side, all the way down my leg got tore up, my knees got tore up. Oh man, my arm got tore up. Cool,
Goodness.
that hurt, cause that is a kind of burn that, ooh. Cause all of that stuff got rubbed into it. It wasn't just like a quick you slid
Yeah.
across it. You slid across it. It done took the skin off, and you're still going.
yeah, that's
Oh
what it was
man.
like. Because like when I did this, like I guess nose, it was down a hill, so that's why I had so much more momentum when I went
Yeah.
flying. It was down a hill, like, and that's why I couldn't bounce it out. That's another reason I couldn't like bring my board back down, was because I was already going down a hill
Yeah,
with the
you was
nose.
going faster than the
Yeah,
board was.
and I was already had like speed wobbles before. That's why I was putting my foot on the board. I was like, so I was like, let me get control of this. Nope, put my foot on the nose, went forward, and I just slid like my board, and then my board comes up and hits me like right in my rib or like my like lower back. Like, man, I guess like I guess like a spleen shot. I guess like that shit just came up with the nose, just boom, and I was like, oh, like I just tumbled, just rolled, tore up my skin, shirts tore up, and here comes my board to add insult to injury, kicking me while I'm down. Bro,
He said, all this time that you've been standing on me, I'm getting my shot in.
yeah. So I was like, man. So, but I still, I mean, that was just many of the many I've broken bones and decided not to go to the hospital to get them fixed, and I feel it every day from it. Fingers that I just kind of like back into place.
Look, if you ain't never
So,
popped your own finger back into place, you ain't doing something right.
Never had to do it.
Ain't get
not
these
Ain't doing
pretty
something
to,
hands
right.
for nothing, you know?
Well, my hands are
not
messed up,
to,
but I've had to pop my own finger back into place.
Yeah,
not too
no.
long ago, my pool was like drained, so it was just like an in-ground pool with no water in it,
Oh,
and so I like the skater phase. So I was like, you know
No,
what?
there's no
I'm gonna
shot.
skate into
You?
the
A skater
17
face?
the 17-foot pool. So what do? I jump in, like I'm on the edge of it, and I go in there, I lean into it, and I fall down. I jump off my board. My board goes like across the pool. I'm on here. I almost bust my head, and like I'm
oof.
just sitting there, and there's like blood like dripping down my face because I hit it face front. So I fell like 10 feet, and just blood all over my eyes.
Hey, don't you know you're not
And I,
supposed to jump
I don't
off the
want to go
board?
inside because like my mom said, don't go in the pool, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. So I'm just sitting there.
She already knew you was gonna hurt yourself. Your mom was like, "Don't do it." Ferno goes, "I'ma do it."
I'm gonna
Don't
do it.
do it.
I was like, I had
And
this
you gotta
skater
walk in
rope
there
with
like
this. I was
this,
like,
and
you
you
know
go,
what?
"Ma,
I'm
you
gonna
was
do
right."
it. So she's like, all right. So do I either get beat by my mom or do I like sit here for another 3 hours?
Die of a concussion because you didn't go in there and tell your mama because you were scared she was gonna kill you.
Yeah. So what I did was I got up,
Dusted
trying to keep,
yourself off
I
and went
tried to
on with
keep
your
my,
life.
yeah, I dust myself off, try to keep myself steady. I grab my board, I walk up the pool steps, I go around, I go to the front house, and then I just lay on the ground. I start screaming for my mom, like I tripped.
Wow.
Oh,
Be like, "Ma, I was trying to skate and it just jumped up, popped me right in the forehead."
We're gonna have to show your mom this podcast.
Oh my god.
Oh,
On this
watch your
pod
mama's
now.
mom. Your mama's gonna be like, "Let me check out this stuff that my son's been doing," and she's gonna go on this podcast. She's gonna be like, "So that's what happened," and you still gonna get your ass beat.
I would. I could tell my mom like if I were to do something, I would like steal $1, and like in 20 years, I'd be like in prison, bro. She would hunt me down. I email her across the world. She put like a bounty on my head.
$1.50 if you go get them.
$2.50 if you bring them alive.
Oh man, this isn't a live or dead situation. Um. Well, guys, you know, this is probably my favorite podcast so far.
Yeah.
We
That
even
we've
talk
done.
about that topic.
We
No,
did,
yeah,
we
right
did, and I do apologize that we got so far off topic. But I'm gonna say this right here.
It got personal.
This is all free flow and everything. Yeah, we may come up with a topic that we want to talk about, and we did talk about it a little bit. But whatever happens after it's been mentioned, happens. It is
I
what it
saw a
is.
cargo bot.
This is yeah. Ferno saw a cargo bot.
I said that, and I was just,
All right.
I don't know.
It's
There it
back.
is.
It's back.
Is it?
Guess who's back?
Back again.
What was I saying?
Exactly. See, it's
Yep.
happening to everybody.
Yeah. See, look, we're all a little bit confused here.
And I
Wait.
spoken.
Let me hit my true inner YouTuber. Twitch just posted the link. If you're watching from Twitch, did I just say Twitch just posted the Twitch and Twitch?
You did.
Switch just posted the YouTube tweet. But what the fuck?
Okay, all right. Switch just posted the YouTube link in the comments.
Twitch. And if Travis does it right, the Twitch and the Twitch and Discord link will be in the YouTube video. Oh my god.
And see, and you making fun of me for not being able to talk. Okay, look, I don't want to hear it. Now,
the links are where they're supposed to be.
Now, yes, Switch. If you have not got the chance to subscribe to our YouTube channel, the link is now in the chat below. Go ahead, click on it, subscribe to the YouTube channel. When the YouTube video does come out, if you would like to join the Discord, we will have the Discord link in the description below the YouTube channel.
And the Twitch link.
If you are watching this from YouTube and you would like to come and watch it live, the Twitch link is also going to be in the description. If the link doesn't work for the description for the Twitch channel, it's just go ahead and look up TTV_Travis 1031.99 and you'll be able to watch it live whenever we go live with the podcast.
Usually Thursdays, anywhere after 7.
Yes.
Yeah.
Usually Thursdays. If something happens and we got to do it earlier, we got to do it later. You will not be notified of it. It'll just happen.
Gotta be on your toes.
But to go ahead and end it out, we like to. I like to do
Well,
a quote
there you
at
go.
the end of everything. This is gonna be a little bit different. So earlier today, I was asked about 5 o'clock this morning when I was on the road. Somebody asked me how I was doing. So now every day, every time somebody asks me how I'm doing, I always respond with "I'm here, so I can't complain."
That's a good quote.
To which, well, that's not even the
I said
quote
quote.
yet.
I said quote, but I meant that's a good. I use that one a lot.
Yeah, so I mean that's my response to it every single time, because the way I look at it is I did make it through another day. I am here, no matter what life throws at me. I cannot complain about it because I'm still here to be able to deal with it.
Mhm.
And I kind of got like a sympathetic awe for the fact that I said I'm here, so I can't complain. Well, my response to that was, and I believe that this should be the response for everybody. No matter what is wrong in your life, because life's always going to have a problem, how you handle it and how you approach the situation is going to determine how the situation is perceived. So I just want everybody to think about that. It's something that just kind of came to me this morning whenever I was presented with that situation. However you take it is how you take it. I hope you take it the right way. If you take it the wrong way, well,
Take it
I
over.
don't know what to tell you.
See, I get a sympathetic awe sometimes when I say I'm just here to do my time and dip out, you know. And I say it like that because it's like to me, it's like it's life, you know. I'm just here enjoying it until I can't no more, and I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about any of that coming. Like I'm worried about in the moment, being there and enjoying it. Can't complain about a lot of things. I can, I could, but I get over it because what are you gonna do? Plenty don't ever solve anything, you know. So
Yeah,
I
and
always
this
learn.
is another good way you could look at it. No matter what it is that's going on in life, whatever problems you're going through, first off, I mean, I know it's like a cliche thing to say. I mean, it could always be worse. And
Yeah.
that is 100% true, because I guarantee you, whatever it is you're going through, there's somebody out there that's going through something that's far worse than what it is you're dealing with.
And
So I
that
mean,
doesn't
you
say
also got
that
to keep
it
that
takes
in
away
mind.
from what you're dealing with isn't as bad, but like you could always have it worse.
Yeah.
And
And another thing, and I do believe I actually this was one of the quotes at one of the end of the earlier podcasts is if God brought you to it, He'll bring you through it.
Yeah.
Meaning if or another good one, for example, He gives His hardest battles to His strongest warriors. That's another good one. So meaning no matter what it is that's going on in your life, you can tackle that situation. It's not put there to hold you back or to hinder you. It is put there for an obstacle that you can break through to progress further on in life. So I would like for everybody to keep that in mind. With that being said, this is concluding the end of the podcast. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Switch.
Hasta lasagna. Don't get any on ya.
Beaker.
adios, mi amigos.
Ferno.
Stay hydrated.
All right. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. See y'all next week.